Think of the greatest rivalries in sports. The Los Angeles Lakers and Boston Celtics. They fought for the NBA championship throughout the 70s and 80s. Or the Boston Red Sox and New York Yankees, a rivalry that began nearly a century ago after the Babe Ruth trade. We all know what the biggest rivalries are, but some rivalries have been overlooked for far too long. I'm Justin Fraction, and today we dive into 10 sports rivalries that don't get enough love. And we do hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, feel free to click subscribe down below for more cool videos every single day. Number 10, Denver Broncos and Kansas City Chiefs. This rivalry began in 1960 and both teams have remained in the same division since. The Broncos are clearly the better team with 3 Super Bowls in the past 18 years, but Kansas City leads the all-time rivalry 58-55. Though the Broncos won 5 straight AFC West titles from 2011 to 15, the Chiefs have found ways to give them a run for their money over the years. These are two powerhouses that feature lethal secondaries and ferocious pass rushers. Watch these two teams dominate the AFC for years. This rivalry should only get more intense. Number 9, Liverpool and Chelsea. The main rivalries of the English Premier League involve Manchester United with Liverpool and Arsenal. As for Chelsea and Liverpool, they are among the most dominant teams in league history. But because Liverpool hasn't had the championship success of other teams, their rivalry with Chelsea is often overlooked. Chelsea tried to nab Steven Gerrard from Liverpool in 2005, then it got worse. Chelsea got Fernando Torres, a perennial star in Liverpool, for €50 million. They're always competitive for the EPL title, yet the rivalry isn't as noticeable as others. Number 8, Dallas Cowboys and New York Giants. Some may roll their eyes at us since these two teams are always featured on primetime. Fact is, Big D hasn't been relevant for much of a decade, and the G-Men aren't the most consistent franchise despite Super Bowl 42 and 46 victories. But the Giants and Cowboys always play games down to the wire. They're the classes of the NFC East and play in 2 of America's biggest markets, yet it often gets overlooked as one of the NFL's best rivalries. Number 7, LeBron James and the Chicago Bulls. The 2011 NBA season suggested a team without a guy named LeBron James on their team was set to take over the East. Derrick Rose's Bulls had the top seed in the Eastern Conference and he won league MVP. Then the Heat beat the Bulls in 5 games. This came 1 year after LeBron's Cavs beat Chicago in the first round of the 2010 playoffs. Then the Bulls used slick defense to reach the second round of the 2013 playoffs before the Heat took them out in 5 games. Then the Bulls won 50 games in 2014-15 and grabbed a 2-1 lead on the Cavaliers in the second round. But the Cavaliers won 3 straight to close out the series. LeBron has stood in Chicago's way for nearly a decade when it comes to restoring basketball glory in the Windy City. He's easily public enemy number 1 in Chicago, but again, this is overlooked too often. Number 6, Pittsburgh Penguins and New York Rangers. The Penguins have made the playoffs every year since 2007. 3 of those postseason berths resulted in trips to the Stanley Cup Finals with wins in 2009 and 16. The Rangers have made the playoffs all but 1 year since 2008. 1 trip to the Stanley Cup Final, but no championship since 1994. These two juggernauts faced off in the 2008 Eastern Conference semifinal, with the Penguins winning in 5 games. They met again in the second round of the 2014 playoffs, where New York erased a 3-1 deficit to win the series. The Rangers then beat Pittsburgh in the opening round of the playoffs the following year, then Pittsburgh beat them in 5 games in the opening round in 2016 en route to a cup. Now, there's officially no more excuses to miss out on this rivalry. They stand in each other's way every season, and the hatred is real. Number 5, Skip Bayless and his enemies. Oh man, don't we ever love Skip Bayless. His super opinionated Fox Sports television personality gets into it with everyone. Remember when Richard Sherman refused to answer his questions on ESPN First Take by saying, "I'm better at life than you, you've accomplished nothing"? Or when Des Bryant caught him red-handed being a bandwagon fan? Or when Kevin Durant told Skip Bayless he's brainwashing people? Skip's always good for entertainment since he loves to speak his mind. Number 4, Richard Sherman and Patrick Peterson. Speaking of Sherman, he may be the self-proclaimed best corner in the game, but his arch-rival Patrick Peterson would have something else to say about that. These two play in a competitive NFC West division together, so it's easy to understand the hatred. Sherman retweeted a tweet about Peterson giving up 7 touchdowns in 2013, and then Peterson responded. And then this. We rest our case. Number 3, Calgary Flames and Edmonton Oilers. Easily 2 of the worst teams in the NHL over the past decade, but do remember both teams formed the Battle of Alberta. Sean Monahan is going to be a star in Calgary for years to come. His counterpart, Johnny Gaudreau, is also going to wreak havoc. As for the Oilers, they have Connor McDavid. Need we say more? These provincial rivals could be the next 2 classes of the Western Conference, yet their rivalry has never gotten the love it deserves. Number 2, Toronto Blue Jays and Texas Rangers. We talked about the Red Sox and Yankees being baseball's ultimate rivalry. If not that, the LA Dodgers and San Francisco Giants make a case too. Oh, and the St. Louis Cardinals and Chicago Cubs. But what about the Jays and Rangers? The 2015 ALDS showdown was incredibly epic, and Jose Bautista became enemy number one after his infamous bat flip after winning Toronto the series. What about Rougned Odor's punch on Bautista the following year? Or the Jays sweeping Texas in the 2016 ALDS?
The Rangers hate Bautista, but his Jays own them.
What if these two keep playing in the postseason? Yes, please. Number 1, Baltimore Ravens and New England Patriots. This rivalry can date back to December 2007. The Patriots beat the Ravens in a controversial Monday Night Football game to move to 12-0. You know, Bart Scott throwing the yellow flag and all. But these teams met in the 2009 AFC wildcard game, the 2011 AFC Championship game, the 2012 AFC Championship, and the 2015 AFC Divisional Round. Each team has won 2 playoff matchups over the other, leading to a Super Bowl championship for both clubs. Terrell Suggs has made it clear how much he hates Tom Brady. Even the classier TB12 has taken his shots at the Ravens, saying they talked a lot of trash for a team that's beaten New England once. We've seen Brady get into heated arguments on the field with Ray Lewis, Suggs, and others. These teams are AFC heavyweights, and they're always in each other's way. And both sides aren't afraid to talk trash before, during, and after games either. Too bad it's rarely recognized as a great rivalry. What other sports rivalries don't get enough love? Join us in the comments below. If you like this video and learned a thing or two, clicking the like button helps us out a ton and we appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to Total Pro Sports though, subscribing is a great idea because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching and we'll see you guys next time.